This quilt has been in my mother's side of the family for many years. Its exact date when it was made is unknown, but it was thought to be sometime in the 1840s or 1850s. This quilt is called a Jackson Wreath, and we're not completely sure where that name comes from, but we believe that it's in some way related to President Andrew Jackson, who served as president during the 1830s. The quilt was in the family of one of my grandmother's cousins for many years before my grandmother received it. We found this quilt at the time that we were cleaning up her house after she passed away. There are a number of interesting associations with this quilt. We have photographs that were taken about 1940 when the quilt received the blue ribbon at the Kentucky State Fair for the best antique quilt. So it was considered to be old even in 1940. The quilt is, of course, it's in beautiful condition. It has very intricate hand-sewn quilting and a lot of vibrant colors that are still present. The condition is good, although it does have a few stains of unknown origin. But this was one of my grandmother's prized possessions, and my mother appreciated it as well. The quilt itself, we believe, was in the Hall side of the family, and the photograph identifies it as having belonged to Grandmother Hall. So that would have been my grandmother's grandmother. Now, my grandmother was born in 1899, so probably her grandmother was born sometime in the 1840s or 1850s, which meant that the quilt was probably made for her by her mother, who would have been my grandmother's great-great-grandmother. So it goes pretty far back. And this quilt is special to me because it's such a beautiful artifact, and it's an important part of our family history that's been so well preserved. I might add that the Halls were people who never threw anything away. So my grandmother had all kinds of things, not only furniture and chests, and there were other quilts, but lots of antiques and letters, even from that time period. So this fits in with sort of that whole early time period in our personal family history.